Alright guys, unlike others on YouTube, let's straight away jump into the strategy. Alright guys, so the setup and strategy I'll be talking about is right here, which we had called in advances out of the private Discord community, and this is the P&L for last 30 days. So don't just go on the numbers, they might be small, but go on the percentage. This is what a bank gives you in an year, and this is what I made in a month, in a single month, okay? I don't lie. Alright, so now let me show you how you can also become profitable. Alright, so now, let me break down the exact strategy behind that trade. And this strategy is pretty simple to follow, easy to implement, and has completely changed the way I trade. So let's jump straight into it. Alright, bear with me on the screen. Alright, so now what you see is the exact framework I personally use to find high probability setups, and there's nothing overly complicated or filled with dozens of indicators, because the goal is to keep trading as simple and repeatable as possible, because that is exactly what creates profitability in the long run. Alright, so let's get started. So the step number one is analyze the money flow, which is a trend identification process in which all you need to understand and analyze is that in which direction the market is moving. Alright, whether it's moving in an uptrend or a downtrend or a sideways range, right? So here, talking about this range right here, alright, this is a downtrend, right? Because the price is making consistent lower lows and lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows. So now, by knowing this, we simply understand that we are only interested in taking short setups, okay? We don't want to go long anywhere, alright? We're going to trade with the trend with a higher probability on the market side, right? Now, moving on to the second step, mark out clear draws on liquidity. Now, what I mean by marking out clear draws on liquidity is pretty simple, alright? There are basically clear highs and clear lows, which you can see with your naked eyes, right? Like this is a clear high, this is a clear low, this is a clear low, this is a clear high, 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 this is a clear high. Alright? So these are clear draws on liquidity. Then the step number 3 is just wait for a sweep and then confirmation on the oscillator. So first, let's understand what do I mean by liquidity sweep. Okay, so just imagine this is resistance, right? What I've drawn, and then the price comes here on that resistance and then sweeps this high. It means it simply goes above it and takes out these stop losses. Right? Done. That's the sweep. Right? Just going above that high or low. Going above that clear draw on liquidity. Now the third step is confirmation on the oscillator, which now I will get onto, which is the most important part of the strategy. The main builder of the strategy. Okay, now let me show you an example. Alright? Alright, so we're on the 1 hour time frame. What do you see? This is a clear low, right? A clear draw on liquidity. We'll simply mark it up. Boom. Sorry for the noise from my dogs, okay? Now, I've just marked out this low, alright? Now, all we have to do is wait for the sweep. And now, as you do see that it has swept, alright? Now, we'll simply move on to the 15-minute time frame, alright? Let's see. Where were we? Alright, it's taking a bit of time to load. Please bear with me. Till then, I know what's wrong with the Wi-Fi. Okay, there we go. Back at it. Right, so now, once the liquidity had been swept, you simply open the oscillator, right? And then you wait for a divergence. These dots you see on the indicator, they are the divergences, okay? So, note, right? This is not a regular oscillator, as it identifies money flow and price momentum and finds divergences. Basically helps to identify when the smart money and big players are going to reverse the price action, and you can find the access to the indicator in the appropriate mandatory setting inside of the Discord community. You can find the link in the description, alright? Now, getting back at it. Now, as you see this divergence, this is our entry trigger, right? Which simply means we have to enter right here, right? Keeping the stop loss below the low, alright? And then let's see how much RR would this trade have given to you, okay? There you go, a 1 to 10, which simply means if you risked $10, you would have made $1,000. Sorry, $100. I mean, yeah? You would have risked $1, you would have made $10. If you risked $100, you would have made $1,000. 1 is to 10, alright? Now, that's the exact speciality of this indicator and strategy. Like, you can build a strategy using this indicator by yourself. Because you see, a reversal came from here, right? Let's open the indicator. See, there's a red divergence right here, and then, boom, reversal. You go here, you see a divergence formed, and then reversal, boom. But where people go wrong is that they use this oscillator randomly anywhere. No, you have to look for bullish divergences on a support, and you have to look for a bearish divergence on the resistance. You cannot just in the mid of the range. No, you have to make it systematic, properly, logical, should have context, and then it makes a lot of money. And it's pretty simple to follow. That's the main point. All you have to do is just wait for a dot to be formed on a support or resistance level, and you can just enter. Boom, that's it. And the speciality is that it helps you to identify the beginning of a trend, right? Because we are trading at the extreme ranges, it helps you capture the whole trend, guys. You see it? It's an almost 11% move. Helps you to capture the whole trend, right? So that's the part of the indicator. And most importantly, meanwhile, you become a profitable trader and get a hang of the strategy and indicator, which will obviously take some time. Make sure to join my community where I also upload my all profitable setup. So meanwhile, you become profitable at trading. You do not waste your time and miss on opportunities and profit by simply copying my trades and learn from us online. As learning strategy is pretty simple, but building the discipline to use it effectively does take time. So, that's it for this one. See you on the other side. Peace out, guys.